Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This is Game of the Day number 5. This is a butt kicker game because this was one from ArmoredWraith and myself where we got into a match and man, it went the distance. Those guys were good, as we were. But it was much longer than normal because it was a very, very difficult struggle. We were outgunned by tier 4 tanks, and I was in my tier 3 Sexton artillery, which you see here. ArmoredWraith was in his Thresher. And the thing about that is that these are difference maker tanks. These are tanks that can cash games at the end. We can cash in matches at the end of the game. And that's what it was. At the end of the game, you know who was there. The Sexton and the Thresher. And it was a tier 4 match. And the tier 3's us. We were the ones who carried the game. And you're going to see that. And it was pretty awesome. So I hope you're going to enjoy this game, and it'd be shocking if someone said they didn't, because it's killer. It is a little bit longer than normal because this is a difficult war of attrition, and that's what you're going to see. So please leave a like for this video. If you'd like to help me out, the best way you could do it if you're not a subscriber is to be a subscriber. Because I have awesome subscribers who make awesome comments on my game videos. And it's just, well, awesome. So now I think it's time to stop with the discussion part and get to the action part. Okay? Let's go. Welcome to Karelia. Okay, this match takes 13 minutes. Because it's an epic struggle. As you can see, tier 4s on both sides. There's 5 tier 4s on each side. So there's myself, Fish, and ArmoredWraith. So this is a yippee hooray. We're outgunned, at least by 5 guys, on each side. A 4 and 3 combo. This is a very tough match just because of the way it unfolded. I'm taking opportunity shots. See what happens. But you see right off the bat, look at that. Panzer 1C is charged up to the front, which is kind of bogus. ArmoredWraith, he crushed another Thresher. That's a key moment that's occurred literally, just within the first minute and change. A key moment. Because now they have no Thresher. I believe that's correct. Let's double check that and see. No, they have one left. That's okay. We'll get him too. Oops, spoiler alert. So they had 2, we had 2. Except now we have 2 and they have 1. So credit ArmoredWraith on that one. It's a killer. And the more you know about the devastating power of Threshers, the more impressive that kill becomes and looms in the cosmic scheme of this game. So Wraith was like, man, those guys got here instantly. He goes, I have to stay back and basically babysit. I'm like, that's correct. Because he has superior defensive ability just in the mental preparation. So defensive ability covers a lot of things. And mental preparation and dedication to the task is key. So Armored Wraith is not going out to freelance and try to wheel and deal extra kills, what have you, because already these guys have been pushing up on our base. It's ridiculous. No, these other too many guys. Look at these guys hanging around. Well, I mean, it's not bad to have medium tanks hanging around, but it's like, dude, there's one right there. They should be up forward. They're allowing the enemy to get too close to artillery, which is me, which is bad, because artillery in the proper hands, like mine, has the opportunity or has the chance to deliver devastating, crushing attacks when you're out in the field and someone's fighting you. Well, you're on my team. I have a chance to add my power to your power. So I will help people. I'm a helper as artillery. I may kill them. I may just wound them and make your job of killing them even easier. It's a win-win. We're team players. We're not playing for this glory, whatever. You play for the team and win matches, the glory comes after that automatically. Too many people put their own personal ego ahead of the team. We're team players. We can go have an egotistical butt-kicking match anytime we want it. The true test is to subvert your personal glory for the team's success. Because you end up with matches like this one. When you see the conclusion of this match, you're going to go, damn, that Armored Wraith is a freaking good player. That's what you're going to see. Did he kill like 12 guys? No. But just watch what he does. He's on constant rover defensive duty. In fact, let's go see what he's up to. Oh, there we go. Which one is that? Is that him or Fish? I think that's Wraith. It's Wraith because Fish is dead. So here's what happens. Well, right now technically we're up one guy, but they have 2 4s, we have 2 4s. It's still, now it's back to even. It's anybody's game. This is 2 good teams playing, and now you've trimmed it down to 4 of the better players on each team, or let's just say the 4 remaining players have played the best of the group, because Fish is a tremendous player, but he's just not, he didn't make it. So it's not a question of people who aren't here aren't good. It's the people who are here are playing the best of the best in this match. Now, once again, we took an advantage, but we have a guy that we cannot communicate with, the Hetzer. And it's a long game. Things can happen, and things are gonna happen. He's dead, Jim. He wasn't smart enough to realize what we were doing. We're simply staying back. Now, I'm artillery. I don't have a choice. Wraith has a choice. He's sitting back on defense. He's playing babysitter to artillery. Who's alive? The artillery whom he is babysitting, and the babysitter of the artillery. So when I tell you in other videos, if you want a job, you're not sure what to do in a match, defend your artillery. I present to you evidence here of Armored Wraith doing an awesome, and I'm telling you, he did an A+ job of artillery protection. I've had other videos where I've done the artillery protection myself when I wasn't the artillery. But you're watching it. I live as long as I live because of what he's done. Now, it doesn't look that special or spectacular, but it's 2-on-2. And, well, we're killer. It's so easy to go on patrol from his perspective and, you know, cowboy it up gunslinger style and go, you know what, I'm the best player on this board and I'll kill anybody I meet. That's easy to say, hard to back up. But his experience, and I know this because I've played with him since 2005, he knows the difference of when it's time to be a cowboy and when it's not time to be a cowboy. And it's like he doesn't have any doubt at all. He knows he's not trying to impress anyone. Hetzer, that freak. I drilled that guy and I got almost another shot on him before he kills me. But he got me. And then ArmoredWraith is going to get him. And yes, he does qualify as a Thresher Master. He has got multiple 10-win games in the Thresher under his belt. Squashed. He crushed that Hetzer as if it was a joke. The spoiler alert is that neither one of us is MVP in this match. But if you go back and watch it again, it becomes more obvious who the MVP really was. And you're looking at him right here. It's last man standing. I think that's all you really need to know. This is going to last another about 3 minutes. School is in session. And ArmoredWraith is teaching the class. Notice how he knocks down the trees that give him some visual cover that makes him a little harder to detect if that guy comes from that angle. But he's on patrol. He's been playing roving defender in A+ fashion, really. He's stepped up and handled every challenge that's come his way. And when you see this to the end, you'll see there's, you know, I know things right now that you don't yet see. But he's doing everything possible to cover every angle within his powers. Yes, if we knew where the guy was coming from, he would be perfect. He's not perfect. No one's perfect. It's not about perfection. He's just doing the best that he knows how to do. And, well, let's just say he knows quite a bit. In these situations, our group of players knows that anything we can tell the guy in the tank to help him, if we see something, we'll tell it to him. We'll help him if he needs help. But this is your player, and your players win you games. And if they fail to win the game, well, you know, you had your chance and you died, so for whatever reason. We don't do this for our own, you know, gratification of our ego. All of the guys in our group are like, when you succeed, everyone succeeds. So they're hoping that you win, because it's not about competition of you versus me. There he is on the left side. And so I told ArmoredWraith as soon as I saw him, just in case, you can never assume that your player is perfect. It's better to tell him something he already knows than to not tell him something that you thought he knew. And if he didn't know it, then he's operating at a disadvantage. And that's how we roll. So I informed him that I saw him. He had seen him. It's fine. There's only 2 guys left. That T-28. If you know what the Soviet Honor tank is, he's got the Honor without the Honor paint job. He's got the basic version. It's got a butt kicker gun. And he'd kill him, and he'd kill the Thresher in 2 shots for sure. There he is on the right side. Crush. Last man standing, baby. That guy is the guy that ArmoredWraith just killed. He did the most damage. He was quote-unquote MVP of the game. All I have to say is last man standing. What's his name? ArmoredWraith? Yeah, that's what I thought. This is what is known as the computer's MVP. Yeah, every person who watched this match will tell you ArmoredWraith is the real MVP. Alright, here's the end of game screen for me. As you could tell, I did not get very many really good shots. But it was the threat of my gun that was a big deal. So let's go to the boss and see what he did here. So what happens here, this is your true MVP. Anyone who saw this game would look at it and recognize that ArmoredWraith's defensive roving was the dominant part of this match. Those guys did good. 2 kills, 3 kills, 3 kills, 2 kills. Fantastic. No problem. But the glue that holds it all together was ArmoredWraith. He's the one. He made it to he was the last man standing. Literally. And the 2 of us were holding off their team, which was tremendous. I mean, this guy, the sniper, he played great. Both teams played really well. This is not a question of, well, you know, they got lucky. Well, this is 2 good teams playing. Their best player and our best player went head-to-head, and our best player won. So that's the thing. Tremendous, tremendous effort from the Tier 3 Thresher, who absolutely owned 2 Tier 4s. You saw him crush the Hetzer and crush the T-28. Those are both Tier 4s. That's why he's MVP. He played against guys 1 tier higher and owned both of them like it was nothing. So you could say whatever you want to say. He was the best player on this board today, no question. So this is why it was game of the day. You just don't see guys pulling this off with Tier 3s against Tier 4s. And those are top-notch Tier 4s. If you think the T-28 doesn't pack a punch, you're not using it. I can tell you that. That thing is a monster. The Hetzer, another monster. So leave a comment if you would. And tell Wraith what you thought of his play. Because, dude, that guy was awesome. It's just that simple. He was absolutely awesome. Outgunned. It's one thing to be awesome when you have the better gun. He didn't have the better gun. He had the substantially worse gun and was awesome. So just remember that. So I hope you enjoyed this game because he was phenomenal. So please leave a like for it. Leave a message for Wraith. I mean, I'm telling you, I thought he was awesome. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe because this is the kind of awesomeness that I will put on this channel and have done so in the past on a daily basis. Well, not every game is that great, but that's a great one. This is legitimately game of the day, and you saw it I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching.